Today I want to talk about a very familiar and scary feeling. That moment when you want to get up from your chair, but it feels like your legs are glued to the floor. When you try to go up just 2 steps, but you get out of breath and your legs feel heavier than stone. That feeling of insecurity when walking, when you keep thinking your legs are about to give out and you'll fall. Our society tells us this is just aging. The doctor says exercise more, but today I'm here to tell you that's only half the truth. Most of the time, the main problem isn't actually in your leg muscles themselves. The problem lies in two much deeper and more vital places. In the cellular power plants of your body and in the neural wiring that runs from your brain all the way to your toes. This video is your roadmap for a fundamental repair of these two essential systems. So be fully present here because we're about to restore strength to your legs. Let's first get to know these two hidden saboteurs. Saboteur number 1 is the death of mitochondria. What are mitochondria? They are thousands of microscopic power plants in every cell of your body, especially in muscle cells. Their job is to take the food you eat and turn it into ATP, which is basically the body's energy currency. Every movement, every muscle contraction happens by spending this currency. Now, when these power plants start to die because of oxidative stress, poor nutrition, and aging, your muscle cells are basically left without power. The muscle is there, but it's inactive and lifeless. This is exactly that feeling of weakness, like your legs just don't have the strength to do anything. The second culprit is peripheral nerve suffocation. This problem is called peripheral neuropathy. The neural wiring from your brain to your legs is like very delicate electrical cables, covered by a protective sheath called the myelin sheath. When, due to high blood sugar, a deficiency of certain vitamins, or reduced blood flow, this protective sheath gets damaged or the nerves themselves are suffocated, the electrical signals from the brain to the muscles become weak, incomplete, or distorted. As a result, the brain sends the command to contract, but this command never reaches the muscle with full strength. This leads to weakness, numbness, tingling, and even loss of balance. So at the same time, you have no electricity, which was the problem with the mitochondria, and your wiring is short-circuited, which we called neuropathy. Now, what causes both our power plants to fail and our wiring to get damaged? The main culprit is a dangerous duo: chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. These two act like internal fires and rust for your body. Excessive consumption of sugar, industrial vegetable oils, constant stress, and exposure to environmental toxins unleash these two troublemakers on your cells. The very first place they target is the most sensitive parts of your system, your delicate mitochondria and vulnerable nerve sheaths. So our main battle should be against this internal fire and rust. Before we get into how to rebuild this system, if you find this information useful, I'd appreciate your support with a like, a comment, or by sharing this video with your friends, so I can continue on this path with even more energy. If you're living abroad, the super thanks and join options are also available below the videos next to the like and subscribe buttons for additional support. Thank you all so much. Let's get back to our discussion. Now let's talk about restarting the power plants, or in other words, the mitochondria. For this, we deal with 3 super specialized substances that very few people talk about. The first substance is coenzyme Q10. This substance is the spark that starts up your power plant. Without it, no fuel burns and no energy is produced. As we age, its production in the body drops dramatically. The second substance is PQQ, pyrroloquinoline quinone. This one is the ultimate. PQQ not only protects the existing power plants but also signals the body to build new ones. This means an increase in the number of energy-producing factories in your cells. The third substance is acetyl L-carnitine. This substance acts like a fuel delivery truck. It picks up fatty acids and carries them into the mitochondria to be burned as fuel. These 3 together are your power plant revival team. Now it's time to repair the neural wiring or treat neuropathy. Here too we need 2 specialists. The first specialist is alpha-lipoic acid, or ALA. This is one of the most powerful known antioxidants, and it dissolves in both water and fat, meaning it can enter all parts of the nerve cell and protect it from rusting and damage caused by free radicals. It works wonders, especially for neuropathy caused by diabetes. The second specialist is benfotiamine. This one is the turbocharged form of vitamin B1. Regular vitamin B1 is water-soluble and has a hard time entering nerve cells. But benfotiamine is fat-soluble and, like a rocket, it passes through the membrane of nerve cells and provides the fuel needed for their repair and proper function. And now, let's also draw on the wisdom of traditional medicine to complete this process. The things we've mentioned so far are available as supplements in pharmacies, but traditional medicine has two unique solutions for this problem. First, I'll mention two solutions that are a bit more difficult and costly, but then I'll share two more accessible ones. The first solution is to increase capillary blood circulation with ginkgo biloba. This ancient plant is a natural unclogger for the tiniest blood vessels in your body. By opening up these capillaries, it delivers oxygen and nutrients to the most distant nerves in your feet, giving them new life. The second solution is to stimulate nerve regeneration with lion's mane mushroom. This amazing mushroom stimulates the production of a substance called nerve growth factor, or NGF, in the body. NGF acts like a supervising engineer, instructing nerve cells to repair and regenerate the myelin sheath. Now I know you might be thinking, where can I get these specialized supplements like ginkgo biloba and lion's mane mushroom? Or maybe they're expensive. But you're right. Let's turn to the wisdom of our own traditional medicine, using ingredients we all have in our kitchens to complete this process. Traditional medicine has two excellent and accessible solutions for this problem. The first solution is massaging with warming and protective oils. In traditional medicine, weakness in the legs is often due to coldness and dryness in the joints and muscles. Every night before bed, gently massage your legs from the knees downwards with scented olive oil, sesame oil, or black seed oil that you have slightly warmed, moving upward toward the heart. This simple practice works several miracles. First, it greatly increases capillary blood circulation and delivers oxygen to the tissues. Second, the warm nature of these oils eliminates coldness and reduces dryness in the joints and nerves. The second solution is to use anti-inflammatory and blood-building spices. Here, there's no need to look for anything strange or exotic. Our main hero is turmeric. The curcumin in turmeric is an incredibly powerful anti-inflammatory that puts out the internal fires in the body. Try to use it in your food every day, and for better absorption, be sure to consume it with a bit of black pepper. The next hero is cinnamon. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar and prevents the nerve damage caused by high blood sugar. You can sprinkle its powder on your tea or yogurt, and finally there's Oyster and grape molasses. These two are natural and powerful blood builders that give you energy and strength. If you mix oyster powder, with the pit included, with a little milk and honey, and add a spoonful of grape molasses to it daily, it's the best thing for your legs. These are simple, inexpensive, and highly effective fuels that have long been used to relieve weakness and fatigue in the legs. So, what's the solution? A combined protocol. On one hand, by reducing the consumption of sugar and harmful oils, we've put out the fire of inflammation. On the other hand, by eating whole foods and using specialized supplements like PQQ, coenzyme Q10, and ALA, we've started to rebuild the power plants and wiring. And alongside that, by using smart plants like ginkgo biloba and lion's mane mushroom, we've accelerated this process. This is a comprehensive approach to the problem of leg weakness, and it's impossible for it not to work. In the end, remember, my friend, that feeling of weakness in your legs is not a sign of failure or the end for you. It's a smart call for help from your body. Your body is telling you, I need the right building materials to repair myself. You're not weak, you've just run out of fuel and your wiring needs some repairs. This knowledge has given you the tools you need for this major overhaul. So from today, look at your legs as a renovation project and restore their youthful strength and stability. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. Also check out the videos displayed on the screen. They'll help expand your knowledge. Until the next video or whenever.